Good girl. What's up, YouTube? About to go to my little bro's meet here in Noblesville. And I whipped up a snack. I still have to like stir it and stuff. But it is pumpkin and some other things that I can't tell you about because it's from the Flexible Dieting Lifestyle, Zach, and you know, he sells this ebook. I would feel really bad giving away a free recipe, but I literally eat this pumpkin recipe every day. So, it's like so good. Like sometimes I eat it twice a day. But you guys should definitely check out his ebook if you guys are flexible dieting because his recipes rock. But Zoe and I are on the way to the meet and gonna go cheer my bro on.
Oh yeah, that's a sandwich.
Is that a sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought not. It really wasn't.
Good job, Max. What?
Right.
Well,
Watch the rest of our movie now.
Hello, beautiful people. So I think I figured out that you guys really like when I do voiceovers for my workouts. So I'm going to do one for my glute and ham day. And I realized I haven't really posted a voiced over glute and ham day in quite some time. So here we go. You see me doing some crazy movements, some really awkward hip movements right here. And that is because I started working on my hip mobility. If you guys watched, I think a month ago, I posted a hip mobility routine, and I started doing that from my friend Zach, the Flexible Dieting Lifestyle. He came and visited us, and he kind of told me a little bit about hip mobility and took me through some movements. And ever since then, my low back has been a lot less painful. As you guys know, I have a lot of low back pain when I do specific movements like squats and etc. So I started doing these hip mobility movements before my leg days, and it really has made a huge difference in opening up my hips and really allowing my back to not get so tense and tight for the next day as well as for my workouts. With these, you want to be careful not to do static stretching. So that is basically holding a stretch in place. You want to make sure to do dynamic stretching, which is what I'm doing. You see me moving through the movement, and it's obviously a little bit easier to hold this pose right here, but if you move through it, you're going to decrease the chance for any injury throughout your workout. And research has shown that static stretching reduces strength, power, and performance of muscle throughout your workout. So here we go. We are ready, Freddy. So I have been trying to build my calves. So I have been doing them before each leg workout. So I will do anything from sitting to standing to lying leg press, calf presses. I just kind of like to switch it up. But here I am doing about 10 reps, nice and easy all the way up, all the way down, no pauses at the top of the movement. And then I go straight into standing unweighted calf presses for about 15 reps here. So I will do this for about 4 sets. If you're trying to activate your glutes before you jump into your leg workout, I would recommend doing some sort of glute activation movement. So right now, you're going to want to do kneeling glute kickbacks. And the reason why I'm kneeling is because it puts a little less pressure on my back and instead focuses a ton on my glutes. So I'll switch it up between standing and kneeling. But right now, I've been favoring the kneeling, and I think you will too. So you want to do about 20 reps each side, and the first 10 reps you want to kind of go slow, squeeze for a second at the top of the movement and bring it down, and then the last 10 reps go ahead and move through the movement, pump some blood in those glutes, and use that glute activation, of course, to get the weight up. You're then going to superset with 10 to 12 reps of unweighted side step-ups using your glute to bring you up. So the reason I have my hands in front of my body is so that I get no help from them to bring me to the top of the movement. So as you see at the top of the movement, you can really kind of see that little squeeze at the top with my glute. You want to try and squeeze your glute the entire movement. So you should kind of feel a nice stretch when you are going down towards the bottom of the movement. You should really feel a stretch in your glute. Also try and control it and make sure your core is nice and tight. Do about 10 to 12 each leg and then get right back into the glute kickbacks. The next movement is obviously one of my heavier movements of my workout that I try to incorporate twice a week, and that's going to be barbell hip thrusts. I started using a belt because of my low back issues, just to kind of brace my back, and it has helped a lot. So if you're having any sort of back issues, I recommend keeping it safe and purchasing a belt. I have a Chic belt, and I think my husband got it off of Amazon. I am not completely sure about that. And then also the hip pad that I use is a Bear hip pad, BEAR, and I'm pretty sure you can go on their website just to protect those hip flexors as best as possible. So I do about 10 reps here, and then I'll try and increase the weight by 5 to 10 pounds each set. I'll do about 3 to 4 sets. So you really want to try and squeeze the glutes to bring the weight up, and then the band around my legs is helping keep a lot of extra tension on my glutes. So you do about 10 reps there, and then you're going to want to just do about 15 to 20 reps unweighted, squeezing at the top, really activating those glutes, squeezing on the way down. So you really should feel a stretch in those glutes as you come down on the deficit of the movement. So you're going to want to do about 15 to 20 of those. And then the last few seconds, I believe I held for about 10 seconds, just really squeezing and activating my glutes at the top. And if I had to choose one exercise that has helped my glutes grow the most, especially last year during my improvement season, would be hip thrusts. They are nice and heavy on the glutes, create great tension, and really focus on building that area. You can go nice and heavy, which is a huge plus if you're not able to squat. Alrighty, the next exercise is going to be cable pull throughs. Now this is probably the most awkward movement to do in the gym. I usually get the most stares when doing this, but you know what? Your girl's gotta build them glutes, and this is probably my second favorite glute movement ever. It really just puts a ton of obviously tension on the glutes because of where the pulley is at. It's so close to the glutes that you really have no choice to use the glutes to bring the weight up. So you want to make sure that you're squeezing and kind of thrusting at the top of the movement here too. You want to do about 10 reps, really heavy. Try and go as heavy as you can while keeping your safe form. After you're done with the cable pull-throughs, you're going to go ahead and do 3 to 4 sets of reverse lunge on the Smith machine with a knee raise towards your chest. The knee raise ensures a really nice squeeze, where if you were to just stay neutral with your leg, you wouldn't really get that deep of a squeeze because you're kind of taking that range of motion to the next level. So with these, you want to kind of tuck your tailbone under when you're doing your lunge back, and then you really want to kind of power through and really push through that heel that's on the ground to bring the weight up. This will ensure that you are fully activating your glute rather than, your quad or your hamstring or anything else. You want to really kind of focus and picture that glute in your mind working. That is mind-muscle connection. And if you don't have that right away, trust me, it can take years to perfect this. So don't get discouraged. Just always be working on that mind-muscle connection because it really does make a huge difference. You're going to want to do about 10 to 12 reps there. And this is me creeping on Steve, that booty dough. Okay, moving on. One thing that I used to neglect is my adductors, but adductors help grow your legs too, of course. So I try and do them at least once or twice a week, and this is obviously my favorite exercise for them, just using the adductor machine. Very beneficial. So I try and do about 12 to 15 reps. As heavy as I can, but I want to make sure that I'm not swinging or using any other muscle to bring the weight up. I'm solely focusing on the inside of my leg to bring the weight together. And obviously this is another freaking awkward exercise to stare into another person's eyes. So make sure you just don't make eye contact and we'll be Gucci. All right, so the next movement here, this is going to be paired actually with the abductor machine next. But here I'm just going to do standing side to side squats. So I really don't know what to call these, and I have this in my workout programs and everything. I just kind of call it banded walking, glute squats or something along those lines. I don't know if there's a correct term for this, but anyways, so this is going to activate the outside of your glute. You want to make sure that you are staying low, and you're really kind of focusing on which glute is pulling the band. So sometimes I even touch the side of my glute to ensure that I am fully activating that muscle. Sometimes touch really does help a muscle be activated to the fullest. So keep that in mind if you're ever having issues. So this is going to be paired with the abductor machine, and you're going to try and go as heavy as you can while tucking your glutes under and kind of leaning forward so you get really deep into those glutes. There's a variety of ways to do this exercise, but right now this is what we're going to focus on, going heavy for about 10 to 12 reps and really, really pushing using those glutes. All right, last exercise. Oh, and you were going to do about 4 sets of that last movement, 3 to 4 sets. That will be perfectly fine for growth. Okay, so this last movement is hamstring curls, lying hamstring curls. You're going to want to focus on the eccentric for this. So you're going to go a little bit heavier than normal, but you're going to use the you're going to use both legs to bring the weight up, and then you're going to focus on the eccentric of the movement with just one leg. So the one leg is kind of really kind of controlling that weight down, and you're going a lot heavier than you normally can because you're having both of the legs, both of the hamstrings bring the weight up. So you're able to really go as heavy as you can on that eccentric. And there's a ton of research that show the eccentric of the movement is ultimately the most important. Obviously things change, research change, but at this moment, that is something that is heavily emphasized. So you're going to do about 8 reps of each. Go as heavy as you can, and you are donezo. Make sure you stretch, drink tons of water, and please don't hate me.
Alright guys, that's a wrap. I can literally already feel the lactic acid coming into my hams. Actually into my entire legs, my glutes, obviously, and my quads, but after that hamstring duo that I was doing, lying hamstring, I just tried to stretch and oh baby, I'm gonna be hurting. So I hope y'all enjoyed that workout. Please don't hate me, and I'll see you in the next clip. Be sure to always stretch after your workouts because your body will thank you for the long term, and I know it sucks to think about, but it is very, very beneficial. See, I'm doing my stretches. Alright, post-workout we have some jasmine rice, some of Bite Meal's veggie sausage crumble, my fave, and then roasted Brussels sprouts, which I roasted on broil. So I slice them and then I put them in the oven on high broil for like 30-40 minutes. I like them crispy. And then we top with Trader Joe's Korean style barbecue sauce and spicy brown mustard cubes and green dragon hot sauce from Trader Joe's. What's up, YouTube? Steve and I currently are about to look at a house here in the same area, just 5 minutes down the road, but it is a house and we're looking to rent it, and it's really nice, and it popped up and we our lease is up in January, but we have a purpose that we need more rooms in our place. We just need bigger space. I'll tell you guys all about it in a month or two. No, we're not pregnant, but we need more space in our place, and it's really exciting. Something huge coming up, like my biggest dream ever. So
I have a question.
yeah.
When you, is it we are pregnant?
It's
Or
we
is
are
it-
pregnant.
Really?
Yeah, right? It's we are pregnant. Ask YouTube. Oh wait, you're supposed to read that.
YouTube. Is
YouTube.
It, do you say we are pregnant? Or Taylor's pregnant with our baby?
It's we are pregnant.
Well, I'm not pregnant. And you're not pregnant, but I would never be pregnant.
We're not pregnant, okay? Hello. Alright, I'm going to show you what I got from Lulu. Not Zoe's toy. She's... Zoe, I'm doing a clothing haul. Can you please remove yourself? Okay. She just wants to be in the center. I got this, like, sports bra type deal. It goes high. It's like a high neck. This was actually on sale. $54. But super cute. And then here's the back. The material is awesome. And then I got this other one. The material is like the Align pants. So it's like another little sports bra, croppy type thing. And it's high neck. And then this is the back. And then I also got this sweater. And it drapes in the front. And it's higher in the back. And then I got this faded maroon tank top to wear underneath it. So Steve and I are needing to hurry because we're trying to go out to dinner and grab a free meal in Indy. So your girl needs to get ready real quick. We've been jacking around and now it's like 6:30, so we need to hurry. Bye, Zoe. Bye. So how we do free meals is we'll take a meal that we have planned in MyFitnessPal or whatever, and kind of just replace it with our free meal if it is 2 parts. So let's say you get dinner and then you go get froyo, we'll eliminate 2 meals from our day. So I eat about 6 times a day. I'll eliminate 2 of my meals, so I'll have 4 regular meals that I had planned in MyFitnessPal, and then I'll go out and replace them. My macros right now are 330 carb, 60 fat, 120 protein on upper body and rest days. Lower body days are 365 carb, 60 fat, 120 protein. Bam! Cheers. Salmon, and Steve got the
Sirloin, baby.
I have not had froyo in like a hot minute.
Cold minute.
Cold minute. And it's so good. Been craving this, you know? Been craving it. We had a healthy dinner, okay? So now we're gonna get some froyo. And it's everything my little heart desired. Raise your hand, comment below, raise your hand. Or comment below if you like froyo. And if you like to mix all the flavors in the world, like I do. Hey guys, we're home for the evening, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching this vlog. It has a bunch of Saturday events in it, plus a leg workout, growing the glutes, always the goal. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Say bye. Bye. Oh.